Potentially, this could be our new school.
Oh my gosh, man forgot the keys, you know. That man bring us all the way here, yeah, in the cold and the rain, yeah, and he's got the wrong keys.
Look on the floor.
So parents who send kids, I need you to hear this. The government is proposing changes that could mean fewer children get EHCPs in the future.
We're going to check out this new building, right? It's in Canary Wharf. Oh, look, there it is. That one there. I didn't even realise. So we're going to check this out. Potentially, this could be our new school, right? And apparently, look, on the top, yeah, there's a playground. There's an open area. We can use that as a playground, apparently. So we're going to go and check it out. And look, it's 5 floors.
Oh, damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, flat number. Oh, is this a multi-use? We can give you a community hall. Try it out.
Oh, they can have the Mendis and potties there.
Yeah, party, men's party.
Oh my gosh, man forgot the keys, you know. That man bring us all the way here, yeah, in the cold and the rain, yeah, and he's got the wrong keys. Now he's got to go back and get the right set of keys while we have to sit here and wait. But it's all good. He's got to give us a discount now because of this.
A few moments later.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Look on the floor.
So what did I think of that property? Massive potential, but again I think there's going to be a lot of money that is going to need to be spent on the refurb of it. It's got bloody 5 floors. I think it's much bigger than 23,000 square foot. I think they've undersold it there. But again, it's a Chinese corporation, owns the building, owns the land, and they're not even here to even know what's going on with their property. So, and it could even take about 2 years before we even complete on this bloody building. So I'm open to a discussion with them and the landlord and the estate agent. So let's see what comes out of it. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to drop them an email, put down my heads of terms and see what comes out of it anyway. But anyway, this was potentially our London building, the flagship London Centre. But the only thing is, it's in Canary Wharf. Do I want to be in Canary Wharf? I don't know. Let's just see what happens anyway.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Where's Mr. Mohammed?
I'm here. I'm lurking.
Why are you lurking for?
There you go.
Okay, there you are.
How are you doing, man?
Hungry.
Hungry this morning? You're already hungry?
Yeah, I think it happens every time I have Weetabix in the morning.
Man.
I have Weetabix, yeah, and then I wake up and then I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry.
I remember there was this advert when I was growing up about Weetabix. Like, say, eat your Weetabix, makes you strong or something such.
Giving Weetabix, yeah, that was the one, innit, in the mornings.
Yeah, Weetabix.
Yeah, anyway, so what is this Shore Trust thing about then?
So Shore Trust have like a framework, like DPS,
Yeah.
where you basically, once you get approved, they can then award you a contract on the specific lots.
Right.
That they're there, and they purchase you as and when they need it. So if they have like learners that come across, they then basically allocate it to yourself.
Okay.
So they're the prime, and you become the subcontractor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So in this case, we're going for the lot 2, lot 3, but we're also considering lot 5, which is children and young people services.
Okay.
So there's like a menu underneath that. So once we click on that, so we're going to start on the children, no, not the learning skills. I should go to directly to the children one. And then, can you see the screen? Do you want to make it?
Yeah, I can see it. So, advice on interview technique, CV writing, yes.
Yeah, so that's so basic
Wrap
skills.
around, yeah,
Yeah,
we can do
ICT,
that.
yeah.
Careers, education, information, advice and guidance, yeah. Community support, yeah. Company training need, I don't know what that is.
So company training needs analysis. So basically, is how do you analyze the needs of the business?
Right.
We can take that because we've got that in the spec.
Okay. Employment training, yeah.
ESOL.
I've got ESOL teachers that can teach ESOL, yeah.
Perfect.
AIG, yeah. What's that one?
Package to engage. Okay, this is the bespoke stuff. So to engage hard to reach clients to help them enter into education employment.
Yeah. Life skill, yeah.
So just to check in with you, you have some kind of like curriculum specific to hard to reach.
Yes. So we got stuff around gang awareness. We got stuff around drug awareness. We got all these kind of workshops and stuff. Yeah. Mental health.
Do you have that support?
Well, we do in the school, but I don't see why it can't transfer over.
Fine. Right, let's do that because it's children and young people, so they fit into the young people section.
Mental key workers, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Mental key worker support. So you got that from the contractors that you're.
Yeah, the City of London contract at the moment. So that's all in place.
Personal planning, mentoring, coaching, and counselling. Let's click that. Pre-employment training, support, confidence, teamwork, all of that. Tick that.
Yep.
Progression into employment, education, training.
Yep.
Progression within work.
Yep.
Yeah. Response to redundancy.
I don't know. I've never done that one before, but you might need have.
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Self-employment. Yep, definitely. SCN. Yep.
Yeah. Social care interventions.
Yeah, we work with care leavers and stuff. Yeah.
So that's specifically us giving the delivery. So social care interventions. If you have, for example, domestic violence or safeguarding issue. The child, do you have the infrastructure, the people to run such interventions, or is that something that you refer outside?
We'll refer that outside, but we've got internal CPD workshops that we will deliver to young people and staff.
Fine. Okay, let's keep that there. Support with accessing volunteers, internships, work experience. Yes.
Yeah.
Now that part, support with costs, travel, childcare, PPE, license costs.
Yeah, we do that. We do the CIC, the foundation, the school. We do that as a standard.
Perfect. Training and consultancy, yes.
Because we just offset that cost back into the contract value anyway.
Okay. Vocational skills training.
Yes. Yeah. So our music tech, our business administration is all vocational.
Perfect. And we also can add some from Aspirecraft as well.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. Youth involvement activities, including engaging activities, youth boards, youth representation systems. You've got that, yeah?
Yeah.
Please qualified experience to track record, expertise in delivering a service within this business area, related to the service, selected. I will do that. Don't worry about that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Please give a career contract example. It says you have selected, including the contract name, the commissions. So I'm thinking. So apart from traineeships from Provista, you've also got. So I'm going to mention the EAS experience in terms of the school, alternative provision.
But you got to remember, we've got the City of London contract for mentoring at the moment.
Yeah.
We've done the GLA probation contract, and we've done the GLA gang awareness one, which was working with. That was Groundworks, and we kind of took it from Groundworks actually.
Do we have a list of all the track records from OMG?
I think so. We have.
Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll review the list.
Yeah.
If there's anything missing, I'll come back to you, Jamal.
Okay, no problem.
So I think that's all we need you for, Jamal. Thank you so much.
So this is a very controversial section of our conversation. This whole SEND reform kind of thing that's going on at the moment, this could remove legal rights from thousands of children by removing away the EHCP from plans that aren't enforceable. Yes, I'm talking to you, parents. So parents who send kids, I need you to hear this. The government is proposing changes that could mean fewer children get EHCPs in the future. They're talking about EHCPs mainly for complex needs children, and moving a lot of children into something called individual learning plans instead. Why that matters? Here's the problem. EHCP is legally enforceable, and ISP likely won't carry the same legal weight, which could mean less protection for families, and that means less ways to challenge any EHCP or any decisions that is made from them. And the impact it's going to have on people like us, schools like us, is for an independent SEND school like our, working with local authorities, this is a massive question. If fewer EHCPs exist, what happens to placements, funding routes, long-term sustainability? Some proposals also talk about controlling the costs as an independent specialist. But you know what? To be fair, if mainstream is properly funded and forced to deliver, this could help actually children earlier, but it's a big if, a big if. Comment EHCP if you want me to break down what it could mean. Parents waiting, parents already on the plan, tribunals, appeals, placements, and please respond to the consultation, because everyone needs to have their opinion. It's privately funded by the parent, and the parent, if they don't have the insurance, then they will have to go through personal means to pay for it. How we have it here in the UK, the schools have a policy that, you know, anyone with special educational needs, you know, we have to cater for them. The school has to cater for them. So there's a whole massive department of inclusion. There's a whole department for, you know, TAs and LSAs and support workers and healthcare workers. So the school has to have that in place. But somewhere in, like, the problem that, well, once I've gone to Dubai and I've seen their structure, is Arabs are only just starting to understand what spectrum is, and before they was a bit, you know, ignorant to kind of accept that their child has a condition, and that was the reason.
That's why I don't know about the rates there, because it's not really communicated here. That makes sense.
Right. However, over the last maybe 2 years, the UAE and the GCC as a whole have now made a policy that they include children with SEND in their education provision. They don't call them SEND. That's probably the reason why you can't find any data or research for it. They call them people with determination. So if you research and look up people with determination, then you will get your stats, your figures, and your research on that. Because if you type in SEN, UAE, GCC, you know, and if you type in, you know, people with special educational needs in the UAE, it won't come up because they don't call it that. Then what tends to happen is I went over, I think in September, to do some research myself because I couldn't find anything myself. And going to, I think we was the Outstanding Schools Conference, and we kind of identified with a lot of schools that were there and had teachers that in the schools, and they turned around and said, look, SEN provision is highly needed because one, Arabs are now being open to the fact that their child may be on the spectrum in some form and need some form of special needs education. But then also 60% of residents in Dubai at the moment are all expats. So expat meaning they are all foreigners, and they've immigrated over to there with their families and children, and some of their children are special needs, and they don't have the provisions to cater for their needs, because even though the Dubai government have said that all schools have to be inclusive, at the moment it's just a tick box. Have an inclusion officer, an inclusion manager, and a little office classroom, and that's it. However, when I went out there and I met other autism centres and met other, people with determination centres, they were all like, well, the problem that they have is once they finish their program and they go back to school, the school are not continuing that development, because there is no, like how we have the EHCP plan, it's a lifetime document that continue goes. They don't have that over there. So when they go back to school, they don't know what to do. They don't know what the recommendations are. They don't know what methods to put in place. They don't have a
treatment plan to follow.
Yes.
For the children.
So then what happens is they end up getting sent home. Parents pay thousands and thousands of pounds for their tuition for the child to sit at home, because and that's where I identified the need. There is a need for 11 to 18-year-olds. There's early intervention for autism, ADHD, non-verbal. So all of these kind of children from 5 to 11, there is a number of preventions and interventions and stuff that is out there. However, when it comes to 11 to 18, there is nothing. It's they solely rely on the school to do it. Okay, and the problem is in the UAE is I can't open up a specialist SEN school like I have here in the UK, because I'm not an Emirati, meaning I'm not a born, breaded, blooded Emirati. So
SEN school is
the special educational needs school.
Special educational needs school.
So that's what I have. That's what I have here in the UK.
Oh, I didn't know specifically your school was special education.
Yeah. So my school is like SEN specialist in what we do.
So Dubai does not allow anyone to open a school if they're not.
You can open up a school, a national curriculum school.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't specialize in people with determination, because to specialize in special people with determination, you need a medical license, because they class it as a medical. They class it as a medical issue with that child, not a learning issue. So
what type of medical license?
So they would say autism is a medical condition, ADHD is a medical condition, non-verbal is a medical condition, any mental health, anything to do with mental health.
So anyone that's able to treat those individuals can open a school there.
Has to have a medical license.
Right.
That
provides treatment.
Yes.
For.
So therapy, anything to do with therapy, rehabilitation, anything of the kind, is you need a medical license. However, for you to get a medical license, you need to be an Emirati. A foreigner can't get a medical license in that country. However, our government yesterday has announced the new white paper bill, okay, which is they're going to be investing, I don't know, about £6 billion into special educational needs and development. However, they're going to invest all that back into the mainstream state schools. So what they're saying is by 2030, every single state school across the country will get the funding to do the work that I do in my school, in their school. So basically, they're in every single mainstream right now. What they're saying is, we will give you the money so you to have a sensory room, for you to have, your speech and language therapist. We're going to give you the money to make sure that your classrooms are, sensory proof and lighting. So that's what they're saying. They want to keep these children in mainstream, and then take away the education healthcare plan right, which is a legal binding document, which takes away the security from the parent. So the parent now loses that security of continuous
be able to choose.
Yeah, and
from your school.
Yeah, and continuous funding, supported funding, right? Which they're announcing that to be in 2030. Yeah.
Okay.
So that means, what does that mean for someone like me? It means we are less likely to get funded anymore because less young people will have the legal binding document that they need in order for them to get the support. And what it means for the children is they're going to be forced to be in a mainstream school with 800 other kids in the school at the same time, and be forced to, in a setting that they're originally not comfortable with, and to do what they need to be doing. A child with autism,
and that might be okay for some students who are on the spectrum, but not all. That won't work for all. There's going to be regression.
Yes, Cam, how you doing, bro? You alright?
Yeah, not bad. You busy man?
Oh, come on, man. Especially with this new government guidelines that they just announced yesterday. So phones hasn't stopped. What's
Right, okay, I've got an update for you now. Obviously, like I said, I hope you can appreciate the fact that obviously we're going back and forth trying to get some kind of result here. Now, the thing is, they're quite adamant. They want to actually start on the 1st of March. So the contracts are ready. It's only a couple of page contract. You just didn't go through it. That's ready. The thing is,
mate, look. Do they want to rent their property long term to me? Yes or no? If they want to, then what's 1 month?
I mean, things they did want to start on the 1st of March. That's what
Yeah, technically I can't. Yeah. But what is 1 month? And I'm not going to rush anything because it's so easy to sign a document, right? I'm more of a professional individual. I like to make sure that I have all my covers grounded, yeah. And just because you're going to give me a 2-page document and I'll put it through ChatGPT and ChatGPT tells me yes, it's all fine and I'll sign it. No, sorry, it doesn't work like that, mate.
No, that's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
They've asked me to put that question to you first.
Yeah.
See what your question is. Because they want to wrap this up as well. They don't want to keep on
I want to wrap it. I want to wrap it up as well. Yeah. Listen, I've agreed to all their terms and everything else. You know, everything else that you put in your email, I've agreed to it. The only comeback to it is we start in April.
Okay, look, let's go with that. They give me the time to go ahead with that. So we'll go with that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll just confirm everything via email to yourself. I'm not in the office today.
Yeah. We'll send it over tomorrow. And then
I'll get the boys in the office to do it. You should have to deal with this anyway. I mean,
and then basically I just got to send it over to my solicitors, and then basically once you've got your contract, send it over to me. I'll get my solicitors to look at it, and you know, depending on how complex it is and whatever, if they've got any questions.
Yes, sorry, it's the same contract you're going to have, it's the same as APL school. They've been our clients for over...
Mate, I don't really care about that, mate.
It must be the same thing anyway.
Mate, do you know what? Contracts are contracts. At the end of the day, if it's a legal binding document, my solicitors will look at it. If they're happy with it, if there's any comebacks, they will come back. If there's no comebacks, then we'll sign it and pay your deposit, and you know, we're moving in April. That's fine.
Of course. I mean, if there is anything that you're unsure about the contract or you're not too happy with, just let us know because we can tailor-make the contracts to an individual client.
No, you know what? At the end of the day, it's what we've agreed. I'm happy with it. You know, we'll put that in writing, and then I'll just get it approved by my solicitors, and then we're good to go, mate. That's no problem.
Fantastic. Okay, excellent news. I'll get that sorted out my end, and hopefully, if there's anything else that you need to speak about, just always. This is my number anyway. You can always get hold of me through here anyway if you wanted to.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll get things moving our end, and hopefully we'll speak soon.
All right, cool. No problem. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you. Bye-bye. So that was the landlord, not even the landlord, that was the estate agent from the landlord for the new building in Kent that we're looking at. They just want me to sign the contract without my solicitors reading the document and everything else like that. Nah, sorry, it don't work like that. You know, my solicitor's got to read it, make sure it's all fine, and then we go ahead with it. Alright? Oh, hold on, who's this? Hello?
Come to Fashion Street right now.
Why?
Because you know that building that you
said there were spotters there.
Yeah.
It's actually open, and the lady said, "Come, we can view it right now."
Alright, coming. So you see that? We just got a quick phone call, just like that. Now I'm gonna go and meet Atia. Let's go and meet her. Right. So the building that Atia is talking about is literally across the road. So I'm coming. So we're going to check out this building, which is literally just there, and look how close it is. OMG's literally right there. That's our centre, and this is where it is. Hello! That's how close it is. Hello, you alright? Good.
Sorry, what's your name?
Jamal.
Oh, no, Jamal. Yes. Yeah, I know you love Jamal.
I'm sure there was spotters in there last time. They were, right?
They're gone now.
No, I've walked past this building so many times, and I was like, this is really a good building because I originally wanted this building, but they got it before me. Okay. It's clean. It's clean. Advertised yet, or are you still looking to advertise it? Okay, and do you know what you're asking for on rent on this? Okay. Email. Right, education.
Yeah. And that's your, okay, alright. So, Dad, do you know the square footage?
Sorry?
The square footage of the building?
Yeah.
If we can burn
About 5,000.
5,000 square foot. That's exactly what we've got there.
This is for the. You are from.
He's from over there.
I'm from across the road.
He's trying to do it from the school in the corner. There's a little school called OMG.
Oh, I thought you were coming from
No.
those people. This
No,
is
no.
why I asked you about.
Okay. No. I did inquire about this building originally
Oh, I see.
when they first
Yeah,
before
yeah.
they came.
Sorry. Yeah.
But then I'm not too sure if this one was up for rent as well at the same time.
Possibly OMG education.
So what's the license on this one? Is it
Sorry?
office? Is it B1?
At the moment, it's office. But education, you get special reduction in.
Yeah, but then you have to get the license. You have to be F1.
No, we challenge over there. Yeah, we change your flow. Or we do a dual use. We can have office and we can have education. That we've done over there.
Okay.
Dual use.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did originally want that one if that was bigger.
Sorry.
I wanted that building. It was bigger. Originally.
That one is 20,000.
Do you know what your rent is here? Or
I don't know. You tell us what your opinion, what you have in mind.
Well, we are currently negotiating. We haven't confirmed it yet.
Yeah.
With property in Canary Wharf. We're there until 2027, September 2027. That's when that lease ends. Okay. So ideally, I do want something bigger than what we have at the moment, and that's currently 5,000 square foot. Okay. So you let me know what the full footage is
It's
here.
about 5,000.
It's about 5,000. Okay.
But it's
Actually,
on.
1,000 seems bigger.
3 different floors.
It's because the format's in
Ground.
Yeah, it's because there's
I was
floors.
like,
Yeah.
this is
Okay, yeah.
we just have a big open space
And then
downstairs.
once she emails me, we'll take a look at it. And we'll take a look at it.
You know where we are. You can always pop round.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got Karen's telephone number?
No, she's got my email
Yeah.
me all the details and stuff as well.
Oh.
Alright?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, but it's the same size. So we just literally moved from there to there.
You've been looking through the window for what?
I know, but I thought it was bigger.
Yeah, it does look big
It's
on
a
the
nice
outside.
place.
If it was a little bit bigger, because
You know we could do a T&D there.
Yeah, you can do a TV.
what, and spend how much every year?
Or if Mo can tell Mo, like, look, I've got a building. If you can build up the thing, we could do workshops, we could do ESOL classes and this and
Yeah,
that.
but
Your
we get out of
apprenticeships.
dogs,
Yeah.
you can have everything under one roof.
I mean, worth a shot though.
Look, if it's 5,000 square foot there, we can only have 30 kids here. Yeah? So there's no expansion, but you can have your non-verbals and your
16 yeah.
at the clock.
Anyway, just continuing on from the conversation I started about agency staff members and supply teachers from agencies and the amount of money that I spend. I spend roughly about anything between £185 to £600 per day for a staff member. And I think these agencies are really extorting schools and youth organizations and like myself, and exploiting the staff members that they're actually placing in these places. And I don't know how much they're actually paying them, but the higher the qualification and experience, the higher the fee for that particular staff member. Now, once you have that staff member and you decide, you know what, this is a good staff member, let me keep him, then you have a salary percentage you have to pay to take them off of their agency so then they can come onto your books full time. And that could be 25% of the actual salary that you're paying. So just say you're paying, I don't know, 10 grand salary, you'd have to pay £2,500 to the agency for saying thank you very much for finding our staff member for us. Then if you want to do them from temp to perm, which is like temporary to permanent, then you're looking at minimum, some are 16, some are 18, some are 12 weeks minimum. That's how much time that you got to have them minimum before you, and then you've got to give them another 4 weeks notice that you're going to take them on permanently. So that could be like up to 21 weeks before you're eligible to take that staff member on fully. So imagine that you're paying, just say you're paying, all right, let's just say a £350 per day per staff member. That's 5 days a week, times that by 21 weeks. That is a lot of money, that the agency is getting off you in agency fees per day, all right? I don't know how much that. So you see how much money they're making off of us, and you can't give them a full-time job because of all of this. I should start up my own agency. What do you think, guys? Yeah, OMG recruitment agency, supporting the best. Yeah, I don't know. We make it cheap and affordable for you. What do you think?